Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy FT Wally bringing you the greatest and latest news, and today we have an amazing story. It is actually 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I was perusing Twitter and can't sleep, and I noticed some stuff, and I was like, I wonder, let's look into this, and more digging and more digging and more digging, and I found out. A lot of you might have missed this because it's kind of being hushed and pushed under the rug by a lot of the pro players because they feel like it's none of their business to get involved. Well, we at the Wally Network have no limits here, and just playing. But I don't want to criticize him. I've been in love before. I felt like I would marry someone if I had the means, and let me tell you, Scumpy has the means. He's 18, won a bunch of Call of Duty tournaments, a huge YouTube sensation, star. The girl looks like she is very well off. We'll just go with that. So, already getting some judgments from me. But no, what I mean by that is that it looks like she definitely has no problem living in life. She's not like in Detroit, out in the ghetto or something. So that looks fine. So they both are really happy, and obviously they're well off, so they can get a ring and afford things like that, especially Scumpy, but that's besides the point. The big thing I want to talk about, I'm not going to be talking about the gameplay in the background. It's 13 minutes, so I'm just gonna split clips and figure out a way to fit all this in. I'm just gonna try to get all this information out. So yeah, they've been dating for 4 months, and they broke up 3 days ago. This is something that I heard. It might not be 100% accurate. I haven't found tweets or anything that said that besides from other people, and it's kind of a commonly agreed upon thing, but who knows if it's like a group thing kind of thing where it's one person says something and everyone latches onto the idea and all of a sudden it's truth. So I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but the 4 months thing I'm almost positive on, and the breaking up 3 days, look at that shot, sorry, the breaking up 3 days 3 days ago thing is also accurate from what I understand. So and today apparently OpTic Scumpy asked this girl, this 16-year-old girl. Now let's go over that a little bit. OpTic Scump is 18, almost 19 if I'm not mistaken. This girl is 16. I'm assuming almost 17. So she has another year of high school left. This would be fine if maybe they were in college and she was a senior and she was a junior and he had just graduated. That'd be perfectly normal. But the fact is, they've been dating for 4 months, they met twice, they broke up 3 days ago, Champs is in 1 week. I want to talk about this from the OpTic fan, because I have been an OpTic fan since, ever. Since basically MW2 when they sucked. Okay, I've been a fan for that long. And I've been through them with the good times and the hard times. I was there in Black Ops 2 whenever they couldn't win anything. I was there, I've been there whenever JCap was on the team, when Clayster was the worst enemy of OpTic, when Parasite was the worst. I've been through all of these roster changes, and I've always wanted the best for OpTic, because as a brand, as an organization, I love Hex, I love Nadeshot, I love Scumpy, I love Clayster, I love them all. As people, as players, and what I'm seeing now is a guy who is hurt. He was recently broken up with, and a girl that he really loved, and or maybe he broke up with her. All I know is there was some drama with that, and that he was very hurt about it. And I see him taking the feelings that he had for his ex and throwing them into this relationship, and that's obviously not something that's good, but it's something that we all do. I know I've done that before. But again, he is 18. She's 16. Okay, she has another year left, so finishing this year and then another year until she graduates. She is essentially a child, and he is essentially a man. He was living not by himself, but away from his parents for 6 months, 3 months, however long that was, and so that was a thing. It's just I'm trying so hard not to do this without, I love Scumpy, guys. I really do. I honestly love the guy, and I see what a bad decision this is, and and it's like, come on, how do you, I just don't understand how he can make this decision and think that it's the right decision, but you know, he is, and I'm not trying to change his mind, I guess. I'm more or less just trying to inform you guys on my opinions of the situation, and you know, I know he'll never see this video, so it's like whatever, but it is something that you got to think about. Now let's think about, so that's on the personal level. I personally think it's wrong to get married right now. It's a mistake, you know, but I don't know them as well as I would like to. I mean, if I like legitimately was a best friend of Scumpy and I knew his girlfriend through experience or whatever, then I would say, okay, this is why you're making a mistake with 100% knowledge. But I'm not privileged in that, so I can't say that. But I can say from experience that this almost never works out. I can say from, you know, looking back on other people's relationships, this never works out. I can say on the fact that, you know, she is 16 and way less mature than you, and based on my you know, basic understanding of who you are as a person, you're not the most mature either, which isn't a bad thing. Us men are supposed to be immature. We're supposed to be funny. We're supposed to be all that other stuff. I've heard that she is very controlling as well. But like, anyways, let's not get into the bashing. This is just, those are just rumors. I want to talk about what this means for OpTic, because as an OpTic fan, I feel like this is not the best decision for your team. All right, there was a huge issue with Luna and Scumpy saying, can you shut up or nah? I talked to Clayster about this. It's getting kind of annoying because Luna commented on some picture of Scumpy being naked and just his upper body, and her upper body showing, but not, you know, her cleavage, but her upper body showing on top of him, and just kind of like making fun of it. And you know, it is kind of like, it's interesting, and the reason why people are making fun of it is because it's not normal. It's not what normally happens, and so that's obvious that some people are going to do that. But and then the crazy thing is she threatened to send nudes out, and it's like, okay, you guys are on the same team, basically. You're dating two professional players that play on the same team. What does this mean for OpTic? That's one of the big things that honestly I'm kind of worried about. I'm worried about how that relationship aspect goes into champs, because Clayster pushes Scumpy to be his best. Like, that's Clayster's the hype man. You know, Scumpy gets down on himself sometimes, and when Scumpy does that, that's why they got Clayster. Clayster is the hype man. He's the guy who gets everyone pumped up and ready to go get some kills. So when Scumpy's hype, they're going to be impossible to beat. Well, how does that relationship change now that, you know, Scumpy's disrespecting Luna and Luna's disrespecting Scumpy's girlfriend, and Clayster is supposed to be talking about stuff with Luna? How does that affect Luna and Clayster's relationship? This is literally like some kind of episode of, this is like Keemstar's realm right here. Like, Keemstar would be going ham right now if he was up. I think he's asleep or something, because he hasn't tweeted about this. So first come, first serve. Let's go. FT Wally first to come. But yeah, as an OpTic fan, like, how is that gonna work going into champs? Like, there's a week left, Scumpy, until you're playing for probably a little bit more than a week, probably a week and like 3 days or something. I don't know the exact math. Like I said, it's 1 a.m. So a week and like 3 days until champs. And for champs, you can't get a new team. So a week and 3 days, and there's $400,000 on the line, $100,000 per player, and you're going to essentially make one of the most important decisions of your life a week before. I'm sorry guys, I'm failing to see the logic here. I understand that he loves her, but sometimes things have to wait. You know, Emily Kate, or I don't even know if that's how you pronounce her name, but Nadeshot's girlfriend, they've been dating for what, like 2.5 years? They're still not married. She has a kid. You know, he's like 20, she's like 20. I just don't think I'm ever gonna understand it, and that's fine. If it works out, honestly, that's awesome. That is literally like, if this works out for him, I would be so happy. I'd be so happy for him. I'd be the first person to say, you know, I'm sorry for saying it was a bad decision. I just don't see it working out, and I'm brutally honest about that. I don't see it working out for him. I think he's going to be personally hurt. I think that the team, on the other hand, like the team at that point is like the biggest thing, right? Like, your team is your family, and almost like if your brother says, you know, I don't like, if your brother and your girlfriend don't get along, like there's gonna be some issues there. Just like if your teammate and your girlfriend don't get along, there's gonna be some issues there. So they need to get that taken care of, and I hope everything works out, because, you know, if Scump's happy, I'm happy. I just am kind of worried for him, because I don't think he realizes how hard marriage is. You know, what is it? What is the stat? Like 60% of marriages end in divorce, and of those 60% that end in divorce, another 80% end in a second divorce. Like, the stats on marriage are awful. Okay, already. And whenever you add in the age difference of 16 and 18, which may not sound like a lot, that's 2 years. Whenever you take that and put it into high school, she's going to be in high school for another year and a half. Like, that's a big deal, especially because he's out. So, I mean, take with it what you will. Those are just my opinions on what's going on. Look in the coming months. Look forward to what's going to happen with Champs. That's in a week. Look forward to, you know, how they're going to handle it on like a team level. Like, yeah, honestly, I think if this continues the way it is, I think Scumpy's off the team. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but Hex is a really smart guy, and very good at, you know, looking to the future. And so I think he's going to realize that this is a bad thing, that it's a ticking time bomb, and that it needs to go. So Scumpy, best of wishes to you if you for some reason watched any of this video. Best of wishes to you, man. I love you. I love OpTic as an organization. I just think you're making a mistake. And, you know, everyone makes mistakes, but that's just my personal opinion. You guys may agree, disagree. Please leave a like, comment, rate, or subscribe. And leave a comment down below what you guys think. You know, what do you think is going to happen, first of all, and what do you think should happen? Do you think OpTic is, do you think Scumpy's right in asking this girl to marry him that he's known for 4 months? Anyways, as always, have a nice day. Peace.